Hey guys, welcome back to Brennan's YouTube channel. Today we're in lovely Puerto Rico on this very nice island. As you can see, the culture and everything is just so amazing. You can't get this anywhere else, basically is what I'm trying to say. Like and follow all the socials and hit the subscribe and the bell if you want to be notified for every video.
Hey guys, it's me, Glossy B. That felt really corny, but that's alright, we're gonna work with it. We just got back from Puerto Rico a few days ago. There was a group of 5 of us, 3 kids, 2 adults. I received a lot of questions from people. They kind of were the same questions over and over. So before I cut to like footage of the trip with my recommendations and all of that stuff, I'm gonna go over a few things that I was asked a lot about. First things first, as of right now, and at least for the next month, these are the current restrictions happening island-wide. So there is an 11 p.m. island-wide curfew. It means that by 11 p.m. you're inside. They start closing doors between 9 and 10 because they still need time to clean up, get out the door, and head home. Another thing is the 30% capacity rule. Restaurants, beaches, pools, all of them say there's a 30% capacity. The beach was definitely way over 30% capacity. The island is serving drinks. They serve drinks in restaurants. You can buy liquor from stores, Walgreens, Walmart. They are saying that they don't want people drinking on the beach, but people are drinking on the beach. So as far as wearing masks go, honestly, being in Puerto Rico, I didn't feel like I was experiencing any new inconveniences than this pandemic has already inconvenienced everybody's life already. Out of respect for other people, you wear your mask in certain areas. In other areas, especially outdoor areas, people were a little more loose with it. There's no cops jumping out on you and telling you put your mask on or anything like that. So if you have your COVID test, you go onto the government's website, you fill out this little questionnaire. In the questionnaire, they ask you, have you gotten a COVID test? And if you answer yes, they ask was it negative or positive, and you would hopefully say negative. And then they ask you to upload a screenshot or a picture of the negative test. As soon as you do that, you automatically get an email from the government website which has a barcode on it. This is the easy way to get out of the airport. After you get your stuff, head towards the door to get out of the airport. At that door, there will be somebody scanning your barcode that you were emailed, and it's peace out. Now, some of you just don't want to get COVID tests. So if you don't want to get a COVID test and you don't have proof of a negative test, then you kind of have to go the long way, which is you still have to fill out the government form online, and you have to tell them that you're willing to quarantine through the duration of your stay. I know some people probably don't have a problem with that depending on how you like to vacation, but I also know that some people just go along with that and don't actually quarantine. That is completely up to you. I am not here to tell you what to do. You will still be able to experience the island. You will still be able to have fun. The beaches are open, the island is beautiful, it's warm. The flights are really cheap. We only paid $80 for a round trip. Now is the time. Listen, book the flight and just be safe, be smart, and be respectful. Without any further ado, I'm gonna just roll to the footage that I took. Stay tuned. So we actually started our trip off with some food at a highly recommended place called Bebo's Barbecue. We stayed in an area called Carolina, which is about 20 minutes outside of San Juan. The strip that we stayed on was actually really perfect. We were right on the beach. We had several pools on the property. It was through an Airbnb. The property is called Marabella del Carril. There was plenty of shops and pharmacy, stores, restaurants. Literally was right across the street from our car company too. We rented from Ace Car Rentals. So our second day, we drove about an hour and 45 minutes to an area in Puerto Rico called Aguadilla, to a beach called Crash Boat Beach, which came highly recommended to me, and I'm highly recommending it to anybody else visiting the island. Music was playing from boats at all times, which I loved. There was plenty of food to choose from, some traditional Puerto Rican food, definitely a vibe. I chose Crash Boat Beach for a few reasons. The first one is just because it's definitely more of a local beach, and that's something that's really important to me wherever I travel. I want to get as much of the local cultural experience as I can. Another thing that really drew me to Crash Boat Beach and just this area in general, where the beach is, it actually sits in the Caribbean Sea versus the San Juan beaches, which is more in the Atlantic Ocean. So there's a major difference in the clarity of the water, the color of the water, the calmness of the water. I've never been a fan of San Juan beaches, and I just knew I needed to get off of that end so we could just have the beautiful blue water. Who doesn't love that? One more really cool feature about Crash Boat Beach is the docks that they have there. People hang out on them, they jump off of them into the ocean. If you are underneath them, you'll see tons of little fish swimming all around. It's an awesome place to do snorkeling with the kids, and the docks are also really fun to jump off of. We ended up staying at the beach for about 5.5 hours, which was surprising to me because I just didn't expect everyone to be entertained that long, but it was such a great vibe. Before we left Aguadilla, because I'm such a sucker for Instagrammable moments, there is the cutest area with painted buildings. I just had to get pictures. It also gave us the opportunity to just drive through the area. It was just another part of soaking up the culture of where we were. That's super important. Before we get into the activities of day 3, I have to stop and tell you guys about this amazing little restaurant I found for brunch. The restaurant is called Bistro Cafe. When I say food porn, please check them out on Instagram, guys. The food is so good. There's plenty of options on the menu. They also have some really fun drinks, fruit mimosas, and sparkling lattes. Up next, Old San Juan, which is definitely a must-see area, especially if you've never been to Puerto Rico. That's where you'll find all of the bright buildings, the cobblestone roads. Wear something comfortable on your feet, put on something cute, because this is the perfect area to take pictures. There is plenty of history and culture to soak up in Old San Juan. You'll also find tons of restaurants, shopping, and so much more to discover. It's so beautiful to walk through. The kids enjoyed themselves as well. They definitely had many, many TikTok moments. And we got some great pictures too. On our final full day, we decided to take a catamaran day trip from Fajardo onto an island called Iquitos Island. The company that we went with is Traveler Catamaran. At first, I was worried that there would be a bunch of people on the catamaran. However, due to COVID, they also have to follow the 30% capacity rule. We all had our own separate ends of the boat. It felt like we were on the boat by ourselves.
Today, I'm going down a slide in Puerto Rico off a boat.
One of the selling points for that particular catamaran is that they have a slide attached to the catamaran. It was nice to get off of the main island to visit one of the smaller islands. It also sits right in the Caribbean Sea, so the water is crystal clear, beautiful bluish turquoise water. Fajardo is about 40 to 45 minutes outside of where we were staying in Carolina. If we didn't have a car to drive there ourselves, Traveler Catamaran does offer pickups for their customers. We then went snorkeling. I'm personally terrified of fish, and when we jumped into the water, I didn't realize how big the fish were. I had a miniature panic attack, and I never actually made it to the coral reef. We were all hungry after being out in the sun like that. But one thing we did do that I wasn't able to get footage of was drive about 10-15 minutes outside of Fajardo into an area called Luquillo. In Luquillo, there's a beach that has something called kiosks, which are shop after shop after shop of delicious food, authentic Puerto Rican food, drinks, full meals, fried foods, whatever you're looking for, they have it there. So we stopped and enjoyed a really good meal, had some drinks, and then headed back to Carolina. Since we had a late flight on our departure day, After breakfast, we headed over to Ocean Park on the hunt for scooters. They are all over that area, and we just rode around for about an hour, maybe even more. I'm actually really happy we ended up finding scooters in Ocean Park just because it gave us the opportunity to drive around the area. There was a lot of residential houses right on the ocean side, so we got the beautiful ocean in the background. It was just a really fun random moment. So if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching my first official travel video. Hopefully there are many more to come. Thanks for watching.